story. Your life's a so what you want? Every day I struggle with it. Only God could jump me slipping. I'm infinitely big through the Genesis. Dead presidents, drop a gem on there. I'm on earth, these the last days. Throw your get money. Quiet storm.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Baltimore Ravens. (3-0 versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in Week 4. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Focus. Hey, guys, check me out. Set! Blue 30. Kill. 8. Bang. 25, check. Good job, guys. Check 25.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Tight right. Hey. Set! Black 5! Shift. Good job, guys. Switch.
On second down, it's Bell. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Well, Charles, Le'Veon Bell, 26 going on 27, and the shelf life of these NFL running backs seems to be getting shorter and shorter. How long can he go at this torrid pace?
Usually we say 30 is kind of the line of demarcation for a running back. But Le'Veon Bell played all 16 games in 2017, takes great care of himself off the field. I think he's got a chance to break through that 30-year-old mark, and in a big way.
Let's go.
Now a first down carry by Bell. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Show that bench release and go. Set! Black 30!
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
Blue 30. Check. 8.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Tyus Bowser coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. This is Bell on the dump off. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now Flacco and the Raven offense come up 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Yellow.
Flacco looks to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
We got 4.
Flacco off play action. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Red.
Now Flacco. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. The limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Blue 30.
Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush.
Kings.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he's got Rodgers. And they're going to get this one all the way up to the 35-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Set! Like 20.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. He goes full extension, and he's got it. That one goes for 24 yards.
I know at retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues. They'll run it now out of the gun. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017, and I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. A screen to Bell. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football.
You should move to the closest evacuation route in a calm and orderly fashion. Thank you.
Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Set! Like 20.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. That is caught at the 7. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6.
4 down.
Now Bell. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Set! Blue 30! He's mine. He's not going anywhere. Monday! Back.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. In for the score. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give the tackle there to Morgan Burnett.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. This Pittsburgh defense always keeping the offensive line on their toes, or I guess on their heels and back.
They are certainly about pressure, aren't they? At 56 sacks as a unit in 2017, which led the NFL. They certainly live up to their nickname, which is Blitzburg.
Flacco and the Ravens now, after the sack, need something good here on 3rd and long. Flacco from the gun. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Here's a first down run with Collins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Here's Flacco. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in the good defensive position, able to affect the play.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Here's Flacco. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now Brown. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, Why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments. And no.
Now Bell hit. He lost the football. And this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery. But on fourth down, a change of possession anyway.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's third down. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Get off the field, D. Squirrel! 48's the mic.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
The drive starts with a run by Collins. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. Flacco fakes the give, sets to throw. He's going to fire one deep. He's got him in, complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. This is Collins on the handoff. And an alley to run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Well, after those plays, the offense coordinator has to feel like he has balance in his favor. Threw it, then ran it, both for nice chunks of yardage. Now he feels like he's got things going in his direction, but the defensive coordinator, his guys are off balance a little bit. How does he set up and what?
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. As his guys are in for 6, and the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Goes underneath for Bell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
You got him. You got him. You got him.
Set. Black 80. Black 80.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll running right through it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
4 down. Check. 4 down.
Set. Blue 30.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
Kings.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. Fights him off. Over the middle. Hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about it.
This is caught inside the 15. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Set. Black 30.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 20, 10. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Throwing here on first down. Flacco out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They go pass again with Flacco. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Flacco will come to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Once more, it's Flacco. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Flacco now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Flacco will take to the air again. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are in for 6.
You say red zone, I say Mark Andrews. A 3rd-round pick out of Oklahoma, the 2nd tight end drafted by the Ravens this year. Hayden Hurst went in the 1st round out of South Carolina. You can see why he was a big favorite of Baker Mayfield's at OU. 22 touchdowns in 3 seasons there.
Switzer now to return. He juked him. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
And the Steelers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Roethlisberger now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10.
Set. Wide 80. Double, double.
A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. He's going deep for Brown. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Focus, focus. Show that bench release and go. 8.
Now it's Roethlisberger, and he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Set. 180.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Collins. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 3rd down, this is Collins. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Switzer now to return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Roethlisberger now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4.
Here we go.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Set. Like 20.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Over the middle here to Brown. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
And the Steelers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Watch 89. Watch 89.
Roethlisberger will throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
4 down. Check. 4 down.
Set. Blue 30. Wide exit.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. And now here come the Ravens. They can thank their defense for another stop. And now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent, because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock. Work it down, and of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running.
Joe Lee. Rock it.
On first, they go right back to Collins. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. It's Big Vince Williams who made the tackle. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now a give to Collins, down right around the 25. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Ravens on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. They pitch it out to Collins. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got it at the 15. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. And even 60 yards.
Brandon, sometimes we give a lot of these running backs credit for being good receivers, and all they catch are swings and screens. Le'Veon Bell's a full member of the passing game for the Pittsburgh Steelers, whether he's split out of the backfield or not.
But no doubt he can catch it, coming off a career-high 85 receptions in 2017. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
James has got it, complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
We got three down.
Now Roethlisberger. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
Corner.
Check.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have now made this a one-score game. Extra point put through by Boswell. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. For the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This one fielded at the 5. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. Checks it underneath to Langford. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
I right.
They'll try and run for it with Collins. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Rocket!
On first down, Flacco dumps it into the flat to Langford. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Play action, Flacco. He's going to fire one deep open. This is caught inside the 15. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll run here with Langford, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Collins now the lone man in the backfield, 2nd and goal. To a knee goes Flacco, and that should be it. And the clock will roll down to zeros. 4 weeks in, 4-0. I don't think anybody needs to alert the 72 Dolphins just yet, but great start to the season.
Great start. How about taking a knee at the end, and there's no better feeling for a team than to do that, to close out a victory. But you're right, at 4-0, they're sending a message to the rest of the league. They're going to be tough to deal with.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Baltimore, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.